They like it. Share it to invite your friends, your not so friendly friends, and your frenemies. Them. Tell them that Maiyegun is live and they can join us. So I don't know how I expect us to react to this news. As much as we've already anticipated that their effort in using the delay tactics in order to continue to illegally keep Nnamdi Kanu in their detention, why they continue to run every other kind of propaganda to justify why they are keeping him, except in their courts, where they have every right to actually prove it. So the no cases submission was dismissed on the argument that he had a case, he has a case to answer. Then the issue of his health, in which has become pretty much like top priority of the entire thing, by the way, right? Nnamdi Kanu has been, medically checked and has been recommended for proper hospital, sort of like treatment, so to say. So, and this argument is what the DSS is saying that no, it's fine with us. Somebody who has been medically checked to be having problem with his heart, as well as I don't know if I should be saying this public, but it's already public anyway, right? So where it's been said that he's had blood in his urine, something that the DSS won't let him go to the hospital for. So the retrial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the guy I will now refer to as Injustice or Motosho, who initially showed a bit of empathy when he heard the story of how they extracted the information or confession from Nnamdi Kanu in one of their statements. And he said every sort of statement they took from Nnamdi Kanu is no longer admissible because they were taken under duress. So it was given the sign of, okay, maybe this is going to be fair again. Right? So he now told the NMA, Nigerian Medical Association, to go ahead and do their own independent check on Nnamdi Kanu. So they were supposed to submit their report last week until the court day when they said, oh yeah, they forgot to file the report to the court. So you have to come back next week again. So going back there this week, it has now come to light that the NMA never even met with Nnamdi Kanu. They had meetings at the DSS, which was in September. And from the conversation they had with the DSS, right, they wrote their report on that, which means prior to when the court said they were going to, they should go and do a check on Nnamdi Kanu to ascertain if indeed he should be admitted into the hospital for proper medical check, right? So prior to that, these guys have already met with the DSS, so which means they are in on it anyway. Now, when the court now said, no, go back and, go and get your own independent report, check him and all that. So if you want to do a medical check for somebody, so that you take him to a proper medical center where you are going to have his urine, his blood, will be take things from him to actually do a proper check. They did not meet with Nnamdi Kanu. So when they arrived in court today, when they submitted their supposed reports of their check on Nnamdi Kanu, they said Nnamdi Kanu is fit for trial. That no matter what is wrong with him, right, DSS can always take care of him. That they have the facility to take care of him. The same DSSO, right? So we're going to start from the court, then to his lawyers, and then to other things they also developed. Even today, where we all marched to the October 20, 2025, the march to Aso Rock. So let's start with this. When Mazi arrived in court, as usual.
How are you? Good to see you. I'll just have done with you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. How are you?
Yes, I don't know. Good to see you. Doesn't mean I'm like on your guns about them. Yes, all the local temples. You have the outbreak and the son and ambassadors. Ambassador, Mr. Kamba, all the local temples. No, no, la Padoya. Everybody must support it.
The last part of the video was where was conversing with his own legal team. That was when they said, "Oh no, he needs to go and put up his defense." All right, and he's got 7 days between 23rd of October and 30th of October to put up a defense after the prosecution team have concluded their own case. But there's something about the last part of the video as well. You saw him there having a chat with them. You see, when people tell you that the whole thing is a charade, your emotion may be running riot, but for a moment, like a dead, useless clock, if you are somebody who is against its release, by the way, right? So nobody is saying that if anyone is accused of anything, no matter how frivolous it is, right, that they could not be taken to court. What we are saying is that the behind the scene effort of those who are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in prison to continue to undermine the judicial process, the tenets of fair trial. Did you know that Nnamdi Kanu can't have a chat with his own legal team in detention of DSS? They can't go to him and then discuss his case with him, like normal, right? And then be able to jot things down to say, okay, we'll do this then. All right, we'll do that. All right, please make sure you get this out. This is, even Nnamdi Kanu, as smart as he is himself, he has become practically a lawyer. You've seen him argue with the judge in the courtroom, right? When they were trying to kind of model this whole thing or play this, their delay tactics and keep and keys, right? In DSS custody, Nnamdi Kanu is not allowed to have independent, unfettered chat with his own legal team. Do you want to know the most, well, that's not even the most horrible yet, yeah? Whenever he's allowed in a room with his legal team that they want to have a chat about their case, they will put on their camera with the microphone on to hear every goddamn thing they are talking. Then, if for any reason the lawyer jots anything down, once they leave the room, they would have to submit everything. In fact, they can't even jot anything down. Where are you going to get that from? Papers and pen. You're going to smuggle that in? How? So how is that fear? Like you are telling people, this person has committed this crime, that crime. You kidnapped him, committed international crime doing that. fine, is in your custody. It won't take you 10 years to finally find reasons to actually convict him. You couldn't convict him. You wouldn't allow him to have a fair conversation with, independent conversation with his own legal team. So he uses the opportunities in court, right? Like that part of the video, to tell them that, you know what, this is what, okay. Is that what you're going to do then? Okay. All right, go ahead. Yeah. No, don't do that one. All right. What about, okay, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? Like they could have a quick chat, 5 minutes chat. That's so crucial. That's how horrible the state persecution is. You want him jailed? Okay, good. Do it fairly. He's committed a crime. Bring your witnesses, don't mask them. You accuse me of something, you should bring my accuser. Let me confront my accuser, shouldn't I? Especially where you said I committed a crime and I am with you in that same custody. But we all know why, though. After the, the short, very quick court session of denying the, the request to have him attend the proper, to be tended to by a proper hospital, right? His lawyers addressed the press. And their worry is similar to everyone who has any fiber of justice, like a vein, something inside you there. That will pinch you when you feel an injustice being meted at somebody like this one. Now listen, his lawyers.
That the court has denied Nnamdi Kanu request to an external medical center.
Well, yes, that's quite a surprising ruling today. We were served all of a sudden, as a matter of surprise, an ambush with the medical report, which the court ordered the Nigerian Medical Association to submit since 26th September. So that medical report that we were served is dated 10th October. And it was today that we were served in open court with it. So, well, you can say that the defense had no ample opportunity to react to it. It was more of an ambush. But nonetheless, the court had ordered further that Nnamdi Kanu be examined by the Nigerian Medical Association. That examination was never carried out, and the order was entered on 26th September and restated on 8th October. That part of the order was disobeyed. They never examined him. So the report is based on some informal meeting they held with Nnamdi Kanu as far back as 18th September at the DSS headquarters in Abuja. They were invited to do that by the DSS. The court and the DSS are not the same. So what we have in court, or what we were served in court today, quite frankly, we cannot be sure where it emanated from. Did it emanate from assumption, or did it emanate from the examination carried out on 18th September before the court entered an order on 26th September. So we were quite surprised from us, and we felt a bit disadvantaged, but the proceedings had to continue at pace as the court wanted it. So at the end of the day, the court made a conclusion and a ruling that Nnamdi Kanu must enter his defense from the 24th of October and conclude his defense by the 30th of October. So basically, it's a 6-day trial window that we're looking at there.
So how fit is the defense now? How fit is the defense counsel, defense team particularly, entering the defense now? How ready are you guys?
Well, you see, lawyers are trained to be ready for any eventuality. But the justice of the matter is another case altogether. I choose not to comment on that.
So wait, we have to comment. Sorry, sir. I'm one of the members of the legal team. This is a public document brought in by the medical council through the prosecution. So they serve us this thing today. And if you watch there, in this particular medical report, you can see all the ailments they say that Nnamdi Kanu is suffering from. And surprisingly, somebody that has all these particular issues, you now, in the last paragraph, to say that from your own distance, you can stand trial. Someone that is passing through all these ailments.
Having said that, two, go to make a consequential order. Say, please, go and examine him and report back to me. They never examine Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, only for them to come up with this report. Nigerian Medical Council, they should be very careful, because this is a professional body and you are expected to act professionally. Yes. In your report, you are expected, I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a practicing lawyer. You are expected to show that on this particular day, you obtain his specimen. We carried out this lab, and the lab showed this. We are talking about somebody's life, for goodness sake. You cannot just enter into your office room and you open your system and start writing trash. And you want court to rely on it. And surprisingly, we are expected to take a date for us to go. And because when the court gave us an opportunity to respond, we are ought to have taken a date to confer from our clients. It was when Nnamdi Kanu said, what? We are the people that even gave Nnamdi Kanu this thing. When the court was about to sit, we are talking about somebody's life. Of course, as a matter of this thing, the Igbos are on trial. This is a war against the Igbos. Of course, you are here when the president ordered the police and the army to go and negotiate and have a discussion with the terrorists and the non-bandits in this town.
With their arms.
And somebody that is exercising his rights as given to him by the constitution, both local and international legislations, and you say that he should enter trial. Trial for what? What is it? What are you trying for? Do you have even jurisdiction? Does the court have jurisdiction to entertain this particular matter? Somebody that has been discharged by court of appeal. So we don't want to go into that. This is a trial. Again, these Igbos are on trial. This is a persecution, not a prosecution. And I stand by it. And I'm calling the entire Nigerians. It's the Igbos and the Nnamdi Kanu today. It can be another person tomorrow. And we should stand against it. That's why we are protesting. Why should we be treating a human being like this? Simply because the offense Nnamdi Kanu committed is because he's an Igbo man. Can you do it somebody from the north? Can you do it somebody from the west? You cannot. People have been agitating. Son boy has been going around agitating for Republic of Oduduwa. Have you arrested him? The answer is no. Because Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo and he feels that nobody can speak with him for him. And we are saying no to that. We can never be intimidated. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. Nobody is a second-class citizen in this country, and we are going to fight it. I'm begging judiciary not allow yourself to be used. They know what they are doing. Are you telling me that it was on the 13th? Court gave you 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you now produce the document on the 13th, and you kept it with you. You do not allow us to go and see our client with it, only for you to serve us 5 minutes before court is sitting, and you ask us to respond. Is this injustice or injustice, for goodness sake? We should call evil, and when you call evil, it will stop existing. That is our submission.
When there was no evaluation,
it is that bad. And that is what puts question mark on let us allow the judicial process to take its course. There are people who are sabotaging, compromising the judicial process taking its course. And you will be very much of a liar if you deny that. You know, NMA should be a professional body. But they are still associated with government, of course. They are supposed to be professional bodies. You do your own thing the way it should be done, but no, they will have to be teleguided because it is Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know why that name strikes fears into the minds of a lot of people who are very powerful. You are powerful already. You feel powerful already. But if at the mention of Nnamdi Kanu's name, they would have to like, do yoga, breathe in, out, before they react. Since it strikes fears into their heart, and I don't understand why. Because the only explanation you can give to all of this is that there are some people who are so afraid, so scared, and they don't mind, they don't care that they are actually making mockery of the judiciary in the face of the world. They don't care. That's not power. That is cowardice. Yeah. Cowardice, fear wrapped in cowardice. You have the judiciary. You have all of these people. You could even manufacture your fake evidence. Bring them to your court and allow the court to do its job. The job of the court is to examine all evidences, witnesses, and everybody, and then reach a conclusion independently. But no, that's not what is happening. So how then do you think people can sit back and say, okay, let us allow the judicial process to take its course? There's no point in protesting. There's no point in this. Let's allow the court to. Are you kidding me? Like, are you pretending? Which court is allowed to? Are they being allowed to do their work right now?